Yes, I can.
There we go. There we go. There we go, folks. We are live. What's up? Hello, hello, folks. Welcome to the show. Really psyched about doing this. And I felt so bad that I had to cancel last time. Just, not feeling well, was sick.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so hyped, folks. So thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions throughout, please, by all means, throw them in the comments. We will bring them up there. Do all the cool social media things that you're supposed to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Helps with all of that, fun stuff. And folks, if you don't know by now what we do here, we interview people in the silver degenerate community. We've expanded that now, not just to precious metals, but jewelers, ring makers, smiths, all types of cool, creative people. I think most of you know me by now. Charlie Mac, Brooklyn, New York. You can find me on Instagram. My name's there, Charlie Mac, NYC, BKLYN. I had to take the longest name on Instagram. And today, folks, I got a treat. I got a real treat because I got to tell you, I have not had the pleasure of really sitting and talking and diving deep. So tonight we're going to do that. But fine silver artist. We'll get a chance to introduce you first. And I got a video I want to show the people about you and all of your work. So Silver Akula, cool name. Vlad, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm at my sister's house actually. It was kind of like a last minute thing.
Okay.
But definitely
Not a
enjoying
problem.
it. Yep.
So you're just visiting family today?
Yeah. They wanted to cook for us, so both my sisters got married not too long ago, so
Okay.
I kind of just bring the family in together.
Nice. Sounds like fun. Now, if you're having dinner, the people in this community, they're going to be like looking for food. So don't show them any food. It's like feeding the gremlins, man. They're just, they'll keep coming back and they'll look for more. So I got to say first and foremost, I didn't know you until I did an interview with Boxy's Precious Metals. And then he put me onto your page. And when I seen the stuff, I was just like blown away by just the stuff that you create, which is really nice. So I wanted to make sure with this platform, I really do want to give people a platform. You kind of bring people together. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff that you make because you do a lot more than just the silver bonsai trees.
Yeah.
But Vlad, tell the people a little bit about you, where you're from, where you grew up, where you're living, and what you're doing.
Well, I was born in Kyrgyzstan, next to Bishkek, which I think is the capital of it. But I moved to America when I was 1, so I don't really remember too much there. So, but I hear a baby in the back.
We got the baby in the back. I hope the baby's not like playing with your tools over there.
No, it's a whole different house. But
okay.
Yeah, moved over. Glad we did. It was rough there, from what I've heard. So definitely a lot more opportunities here.
Okay.
And basically, I got into silver because I was looking for kind of an investment. I was really into stocks and crypto for like a few years. Ended up selling everything in 2019-ish because it didn't sit right with me, because like I could kind of see the way it's going, where it'll be more like centralized everything. I mean, that's how I could see it happening. Like, maybe it's wrong, maybe it's not, but I didn't want to give up my peace of mind for money. And then silver seemed to fall in my lap. I've heard a few people talk about it, and a guy I went to the gym with, he was like an old banker, and he kept talking about silver. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. I did kind of like a rookie mistake where I felt like it was like urgent to buy. So I just dumped all my money in it that I took that I got from selling all my stuff. I just bought everything. Not the best play, looking back, but because I had to sell a few pieces.
I think we all fall into that where we just buy, and we have a little too much, and then we do have to sell. The nice thing is that you really do make some cool quality stuff. So I know your stuff is definitely at a premium. For the folks just tuning in, we just had a whole bunch of people say hello. Gibby is there, Dean Ellis is here. We'll throw up the questions as they have them. But if you're not following my friend Vlad Silver Akula, you better do it. I'll hunt you down. So I compiled a bunch of questions. People, sent them to me. But if people have questions in the live, I'll bring them up. But one of the things that came up, Vlad, was how did you start collecting? And what are you collecting now? Are you collecting just silver and gold, copper? Because I know for you, it might be a little different.
Yeah, mostly silver, honestly. I like silver just because I don't know how to word it. It's like a feeling I get, with silver. Gold, not so much. I do have a one gold piece, and I put it on a ring. It's like an Isle of Man. I think it's from like 1990 something, and it basically has the Archangel Michael, basically stepping onto like a dragon, let's say, I guess. And that's like the only gold piece I have. I did a win, actually, one 1/10 ounce from, I think it was Apmex.
Okay.
But I ended up trading it through Reddit, and I ended up getting 10 ounces of silver for it. So figured that was a good deal. Took it up.
Very, very cool. So I got a video I'm going to show the people, who are just turning in. So we'll go back and forth, but I compiled some of the stuff from your Instagram page. I'd love to kind of like show the people. Let's pull this up real quick for them.
A quick question: are the questions at the bottom what people type, or like is there a way I could see the chat?
So yeah, there's actually two. Normally, there's like two ways. With the chat, it can be like superimposed, so like you see it at the whole interview. People say it kind of gets confusing because they're kind of like looking here and then looking back up and down. But I can do this for an overlay, and then they'll come up on the sides. But it kind of gets like squatted all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. I'm now just like to see what people write.
So I pulled this, from your page, a little, something that you were making together.
Yeah, I believe it was a tag for a tree.
You was flattening this out?
Yeah. I like to make silver tags for each one. I feel like each piece has some meaning behind it. I like to add something there.
That's like one of the chains that you did as well, right?
Yeah, that one was kind of difficult. It took me a couple tries, and I still didn't perfect it, but it was a fun chain to make. I think I might more. What's that?
The cross piece as well. I mean, that came out really nice.
Yeah. That was the first one I ever made.
That was the first one? Okay.
Yeah, this one was the first. Looking back, it's a little... Man.
Folks, you got to go to his page and check out everything else. There's a lot more cool stuff. And it's nice, you kind of go back and check your progress from like, where you started from.
Yeah, I actually have a video up on YouTube. It was the first time I recorded anything. I was in my backyard. I had you know what Durock is? Or
yeah.
what they call it. Yeah, but like I had that, set up to like block the wind. I had a crucible, I had a butane torch. It took like, the whole video was maybe like 13 minutes, and like 12 minutes of it is just me, with the torch going like the whole time. I looked back on it not too long ago. I just laughed watching it.
As I was like putting it together, I was just trying to do something for like a quick, like a minute. And then I noticed like a lot of your videos are like super, super detailed, like literally from like start till finish. So I was editing that. Some of the people are laughing because my dog, I don't know if you can hear it, is like snoring, like she's sleeping like right there. Right. And she's like knocked out on the couch. Everybody loves Vicky. That's like the community dog. One of the other questions that came up, how did you start creating some of like the trees and other items? Like, was that like one of the first things that you started doing were the trees, or did you do something else?
The first things I've ever done, were the floors, just straight up floors. And then I slowly like started thinking, what else can I do with this? Like I just wanted to see like, where's the limit for my creativity, I guess. Because I was going through like I feel like my whole life I'm going through something, but like I wanted to see or learn more about myself in a way.
Okay.
So like I just kept trying new things, and then things just kind of worked. So I just kept doing them. And then I'm not sure how I ended up with bonsai trees. I know I've seen a few videos on like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube of maybe Chinese. They would make these like huge sculptures of bonsais, which are incredible. Eventually want to make one, but that's a few years out probably. But I'm not really like, other than that, I'm not really too sure how I got into bonsais. I mean, I like nature. I love nature. And I like silver, so, combine the two.
Nice mixture, yeah. It's funny, while doing the channel, a lot of people have said that the process of just making something, whether it's a jewelry piece, a ring, whatever, they find a nice outlet where they kind of just disconnect, and it's them and their creation. They just get to be like so, at peace, if you will.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like that's why I like making the videos that I do, where it's like a step-by-step process almost. Because I really enjoy, seeing the process. I used to work construction, and I genuinely really liked it because like I'd be, walking around, lifting things, and I could see the process of, like, oh, we start from here, and then we get this, and then it's a finished product. It's the same thing with this stuff. And then I had a recent job, or my most recent job was they were looking for a manager, like a handmade a knife company. I mean, they say it's handmade, but most of it's machining. Like the only thing that's handmade is the handles, where you'd have to file them down. And they were looking for a manager because I could speak Russian, and a lot of the people there were Russians. So like they wanted me to be like a like intermediary. That's the word. But like I just felt like a robot, working there. It just like after a few months, I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna leave. But something great came out where guys that he was, I think, the engineer, for like the designs and whatnot. He actually had a buddy that owed him money. And he couldn't pay him back, but instead he gave him a bunch of casting equipment, some investing casting equipment, and he ended up selling it to us for a great deal. And that's how we have all that stuff now, And that's what we're trying to do today, or like now, like recently, that's where all my time has been going into, trying to figure it out. It's a long process though, like, but it's fun. Like I like learning.
So, I've kind of asked, this is a question that I typically ask everybody is, what would be something that a new collector or stacker should be collecting? Like what should be in their deep stack? What is something you think a new person would be into?
I honestly think like name brand pieces, something that's very recognizable. And then, because if you ever, I needed to sell it,
Mhm.
most people know what they are. Like, you don't have to really do much. I mean, there could be like fakes, but that's for later to think about, But
Yeah,
other than that,
you're right on the money too. I always tell people, like, a lot of people do this as a hobby. They like a collection, but some people are doing it for a monetized hobby.
yeah, I think it's a very good idea because actually, I have a friend in Ukraine. He's 16, and he's actually the one that designed this ring right here. I probably won't be able to see it, but
Oh
it's,
yeah, yeah.
it's a 3D print. It's actually what we're trying to cast. We have a few of them, but none that have been perfect. It's either like a chunk missing here, or there's air bubbles everywhere. So like there's like chunks of silver sticking onto it.
Did I just get a sneak peek of what's going to be in the ring challenge this year from you?
This is something to do with it, but it is not the design. I have a better one for that.
I don't want to get you disqualified for showing off something early.
No. But yeah, I was talking to him, and an ounce of silver there could buy a person a week's worth of food. Which like when I heard that, I was like, that's incredible. It's like lunch here for a week there, and I think the same thing is eventually going to come here because like it's like a roll, like a snowball. It already started rolling, so it's a good hobby. Definitely a good hobby to have.
Do you have a lot of friends or family in the Ukraine?
No.
Okay.
We have family in Kyrgyzstan. But that's about it. This guy I met through another friend.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
One of the questions that you kind of jumped in already. Someone who is another creator had asked, do your silver trees hold any meaning to you or any spirituality to you?
I think most definitely. Like, I was very shy growing up, so I never had an outlet to express my feelings. And I feel like with these pieces, I like subconsciously move my emotion like through my hands. Like I tell people, I don't know, how do I word this? I never really plan the piece. It's just like I watch my hands do the work, Like, but I feel like my emotions flow through and then go into the piece, and then like they kind of describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Like the last piece I had, it was called Doubt, and I've been going through a bit of like self-doubt, all that type of stuff. And after I looked at it, I was like, that makes sense, like it makes perfect sense. Where I was like, I'm trying to hold on to things, But yeah, it definitely has meaning to me, and it can have meaning to others. Seeking and ye shall find. I think.
Definitely well said. I think that's something too about that creative process. I mean, I don't have the equipment or space to kind of get into the smithing and melting and all that stuff, but I just think it just kind of takes you away from all the craziness in the world. Just gives you an outlet to just kind of like disconnect. I would say like the day-to-day stuff can be like a poison in your blood and in your mind. You guys gotta get it out. How long does it typically take you to knock out and complete one of the silver trees that you've made? Because I know most of them, they're pretty big, it looks like. So like what is the typical like size and the length for you to complete one?
Oops. Someone's calling me real quick. It usually takes it's a mix depending on the weight. I used to do a lot of 1 ounce trees, which would take me like 4 hours ish. But I don't like the detail I could get, from 1 ounce, because 1 ounce is not that much, material to work with. So I started doing 2 and 3 ounces. And each ounce takes maybe like an hour to hour and a half to roll out to make into wire.
Okay.
I know you could buy wire, uh, but it just doesn't feel right for me. Like there's something in my gut that kept telling me, stick to handmade stuff, like all of it. And that's just what I'm gonna go with. So the price will be higher, but uh, I don't want to sound like mean or something, but like that's not my problem. You know, I want to create what I want to create, so and that's what I'm gonna do.
And it's all done by you. You know, it's yours from, you know, the beginning until the end. It is all Vlad's piece, blood, sweat, and tears. One of the questions that came up was, who do you look to for advice in the community? Like if you're not sure of something, maybe you just want to get someone's input on something, who do you look to in the community?
Well, recently, I've had with this casting stuff, because I know the Golden Spartan, he does a lot of this stuff. So I've went to him. There was another. It's like a larger YouTube channel. They sell a course as well of how to do all this stuff. But I sent them a message. I forgot what it is. It was like clear casting or something like that. I can't remember the top of my head, but they helped out a lot as well.
Johnny Cox, Gold Spartan, great guy. He's probably taken about 2 or 3 months of my paycheck a couple of times over. Just the quality stuff that he makes. And now he's got like this mirror finish, just amazing. Really cool stuff. I love that guy, but I hate that guy too. He takes a lot of my money.
I mean, he could definitely take my money as well, man. Just I'm broke right now, so I can't do nothing yet. There'll be a special place for all the collections, Definitely.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of the guys who make certain things, they all it's a tight clique. It seems like a little family.
Yeah, like there's incredible artists all around, which was crazy to see. Like how things are flourishing. In the space when it was mostly just bars, but now everyone's kind of like, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try this, and it's just great to see it sprout almost.
I got a question. I'm gonna pin it here from Gibby, CPA, good man from New York as well. Has a really good question. Out of curiosity, what is the length of wire you typically get out of 1 ounce of silver? That's a good question, Gibby.
I don't know. I did do a rough count, just stretching it out because I have to stretch it out all the time anyway. And I figured my hands are about 7 to 8 feet, wingspan.
Got a long wingspan.
And so I was just doing that, and I think I did 2 ounces, but I might have did 3, and that was over 100 feet. Maybe close to 150 feet. And I make a 0.5 mil wire, so it's quite thin. And after a chunk, where's the camera? After a chunk that's maybe half an inch across, it definitely gets small and very long. It gets tangled up a lot too. Which is another thing, but...
Is it hard to get it that thin?
No, it's just a process. It's not hard. It's just it's like a formula where you do this, and you get the outcome. That's kind of how I see almost everything. It's just a process. It does take time, but what doesn't take time?
Absolutely. A couple of people asked me to ask you. Obviously, everybody worries about price. It's not always about the price, folks. It's about the quality of work. But they'd like to know, can they negotiate with you if they are buying or selling with you? Like if they sent you silver, would you work with them on pricing?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I almost always do, especially on Reddit, because there's a great community there as well. I've sent out pieces where I would literally lose money. And just nobody really asks, and I have to I'm a real feeling type of guy where I would have to feel. It's not some woo stuff, but I feel your energy almost and see where you are. I guess.
Makes
But
perfect
like,
sense.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, negotiating works. Like, I like doing trading pieces for silver, just because like I have to end up going to buy silver anyway. Uh, you're not like I can't do like a 1-to-1 ratio. Like I do like a 3-ounce tree and you give me 3-ounce pieces. That
Mhm.
that wouldn't work. Just because of the time that it
They
takes.
should
But
send you like a 10-ounce bar for one tree. I think that'd be like a good deal.
yeah, whatever. It's not something I've set in stone. And
Yeah.
like I'm still learning as I go because I feel like I'm extremely new to everything. So
There's a couple of
plenty to do.
people I've worked with recently. DJ Aurora. I've asked her to put some stuff together because she does a lot of wood burning. So I wanted something anyway for St. Patrick's Day. I had her design a couple of things. It was good practice for her, so she liked it. I've sent her some, stuff for free. But, just kind of getting the practice out there too, it helped her as well. Because now she's doing colors with all of her wood burns as well. So.
Oh, really?
Really, really nice stuff. I kind of know the answer to this already. Boxy's Precious Metals Works knows the answer to this question, but other passion projects. So I know this is going to come up a lot now because we're all talking about the 2022 Ring Challenge, but what other projects are you working on? What are some of your other passions and things you like to do?
Well, one of the projects, other than the Ring Challenge, which I think is going to be good. I have this not a bust, it's of a woman in like an Asian culture dress, with no arms, no head, and I want to create a silver head, a female face, head with a ponytail coming out the back. That's something I really want to get into, like human ish figures made with the wire,
Okay.
It seems very cool. I've seen a few people on YouTube do it. They're using steel wire and that type of thing. There's this one guy that makes fairies, which are like a meter-ish tall, and he's insane work. And I want to see, what could I bring into the world through that, Because trees are fun to do. Like, don't get me wrong. I want to try something else. And
Sure.
When I was younger, I used to, I don't know why, I would just take a yarn because we'd have like huge, like thick balls of yarn. And I would just wrap them, and make like little people, out of the wire. So, maybe that's something to do with, my childhood. But I'll find out when I get there,
One of the things, and for those who don't know, go follow this hashtag on Instagram, 2022 Ring Challenge. We have a handful of really talented artists from all over doing stuff with wood, with metals, coins, awesome stuff. What we're thinking of doing as well, Vlad, and Boxy's gonna put this out there. I wanted to get into this, and I have enough hobbies as it is, so I don't think I'm gonna create something, but I had some tools that I'm probably gonna do a giveaway for someone who's really interested, in getting into these crafts, because it's a good community, number one. The group chat that we have going, it is so nice to see so many helpful people giving information, giving resources, giving time and energy just to help each other. So that small group of about 20 people it's amazing. I want to see that continue to flow. So I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to try and give away some tools to somebody who wants to just really, really have at it, who's got a passion for it. Really cool.
I actually want to talk to you about that a little bit later. Like maybe that's like a future thing that I can help, do as well. That sounds awesome, man.
So like what I've gathered so far from a couple of people, this is the first year. They already want to see it go next year, but a lot of people want to kind of commit some time to do kind of like a workshop class, if you will, just like the basics, how to kind of get started. I don't know anything about anything. I just bring people together. I think it's a cool outlet. But if my platform can help bridge that gap for everybody,
Yep.
I'm all for it, man. I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah. I'd be down to do some kind of workshop. I think I have enough experience, in soldering or something, or chain making, where I could do like a very basic level, like something like I know I could do no matter what, I guess, and like show that to people basically, I guess.
Besides silver, do you make anything with like copper?
I've tried to do copper, but I recently talked to somebody on Reddit that has like certifications and all this, because he does robotics, and I guess like copper is a thing that they need to know. And he was saying what I'm doing is I'm using the wrong copper. The copper I have is like maybe like 80% copper, because I got it from an extension cord. Because yeah. So, and I've tried to make it, like the same way I make the other wire, and I would heat it more, anneal it to make it soft, but it would always just keep snapping. So eventually I do want to do some copper, because I really do like the look of it. The smell, it smells like pennies.
Yeah.
But, I like the look more than I care about the smell. It's a very nice color.
It's funny. I totally know what you mean about the smell, because I've had some people just do some like custom pours, and like they look nice, but like they leave it on the desk and the room just smells like wet farts. It's not the best. Very, very cool. So Vlad, I'm not sure if you've seen all of the other videos that I do, but towards the end, what I like to do is a little bit of fun, something called like rapid fire, where I just kind of like spout out a whole bunch of things, and then you answer the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
I'll give it a try.
This is fun stuff. There's no right or wrong answer. It's always like to the person. So I'm gonna go through these, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Which is more annoying, people who misquote movies or mistake the wrong music lyrics?
I'll say lyrics.
Singing the wrong song and all over the place. Totally agree. Now, for eating, would you prefer eating out at a food truck or a fancy restaurant?
They both have a special place in my heart. I can't decide on that one, honestly. It's a different environment each way,
Depends, I think, where you are. I mean, I'm in New York, so I mean, who cares about a fancy restaurant? It's just you can get great food at a food truck, so I'd go food truck. Right, next one, the worst spot to be in. Would you hate to owe someone money, or would you hate owing someone a favor?
I think favor, honestly.
Everyone I asked that says the same.
Money is money.
Yeah, money comes and goes. We can exchange, goods and services, I think. The next one, are you a person who likes to plan things, or do you just wing it?
Wing it most of the time.
I'm total opposite, man. I need to know exactly what I'm doing. 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10.
Yeah, I get stuck in like a loop where like I think I need to know more and more and more, and I end up not going anywhere, because I've had that happen a lot. But then I just started doing, and then like things almost just fall into place as I go, and that works. It's worked so far,
If it works, don't change it.
Except for the money part.
Yeah. But it's funny, because actually my next question, what is a better situation, winning the lottery or finding your soulmate?
Soulmate. I mean, with the soulmate, you can make the money back.
Totally agree with you on that one.
If that's what you need, then that's what will happen. But I think soulmate, if they exist,
Would you prefer to hang out in a group or hang out with people one-on-one?
One-on-one, honestly. Group, but then group is also fun,
Yeah, I think both have their places. One-on-one, you really get to connect and get to know
Yeah,
people, I think.
exactly.
All right.
That's why I don't like to text so much. I don't like to text honestly too much, or send messages. Like I really like the face-to-face deal. You know,
Mhm. Would you rather wear a silly hat or silly socks?
silly socks. I like socks.
Okay. In New York City, like all of like the corporate CEOs, they always have like a sock challenge. Like who's got the craziest looking socks?
Really?
I would do the same.
That's hilarious.
All right, last question. Here's a good one. Lifestyle outlook. Do you see the glass as half full or the glass half empty in life?
Half full.
Half full.
I used to see it half empty a lot, but I think that had to do with me just kept digging into the world and how messed up, how some parts of it are messed up, and I feel like that like creates let's say like a filter in your mind, and you try to see something and you'll look for the bad inside the things, and like I had to cut myself off from all of it to get like a new fresh pair of eyes, let's say.
Yeah.
That stuff was depressing.
Life can hit hard. You just have to hit harder. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
Keep going forward.
I agree.
Vlad, thank you so much, for jumping in with me tonight. Like I said, I really apologize last time I was sick, and I wanted to give you 100% of my energy. Because like I said, I love your stuff. It's just beautiful, amazing pieces. I'd love to people to go check you out. I know that you're on Instagram, obviously, but are you on the other social media platforms?
I tried Twitter. I don't like Twitter. I feel it's like the energy of Twitter. It doesn't fit what I want, So I tried it, and I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
TikTok, I post randomly. Like I posted recently, but not something I want to devote my time to. Not really on Facebook. I mean, Instagram is nice because like it seems so convenient to use, and I like to see other people's stuff. So
Instagram is the best place to find you and your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Awesome
will
stuff.
be having a website very soon, within like a month maybe, to do with all this casting stuff. So that will be another place.
Do you know the website name yet, or are you still working that out?
It will be Shop Nagi, like Nagi, because that's like the name of our friend group, let's say, And I'm gonna I'll be doing all this stuff with all the casting stuff with my friends.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah. So folks, make sure you check him out. You can find him on Instagram. You should definitely go check him out. Name and info is right there. Silver Akula. Go check him out, friends. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you. Quality work. Quality work, my friend. Folks, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Feel free to hit him up. Buy some of his stuff. Beautiful. You will not be disappointed. And as always, folks, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Vlad, anything you want to end and say to the people?
Shout out to Sound Money.
Sound Money. Oh,
yeah, it was a giveaway that I won. I thought it'd be fitting to wear here.
Paid sponsorship. He better be paying you money. My man Justin.
Giveaway, it was free.
I'll go twist that guy's arm. I'll call him up right now. Like, yo, Justin, pay the man. Awesome.
Yeah,
Vlad.
Other than that, all is good, Thank you for having me, honestly. This is the first time I've had anything, like this.
Yeah, listen, I know you told me you were a little nervous at first. I really appreciate you, man. I really do. I wish you nothing but the best.
Likewise.
Thank you. And we'll catch each other on Instagram, and everybody check out the Ring Challenge because everybody's cooking up something good.
Yeah, there's going to be some good stuff on there. I take it easy, man.
Take care.